let's start to transplant parsley into soil. So parsley is a hardy herb that thrives in gardens when transplanted correctly. So whether you're trying to move seedlings from a container or a store-bought plant, proper techniques ensure that the parsley establishes well in its new home. Follow these steps to give your parsley the best chance to flourish. Now, if you're new here to the channel, I'm Nora, and we talk about techniques and strategies to do with indoor and outdoor gardening. Now, step one is choose the right location. Parsley thrives in full sun but can tolerate partial shade, especially in hotter climates. I want you to go ahead and select the spot with nutrient-rich, well-draining soil and ensure that the area gets 6 to 8 hours of sunlight daily. Step 2 is to prepare the soil if you haven't yet done so. So comes in two parts. Part 1 is to loosen the soil. So use a spade, use a gardening fork, use whatever tool you have around to loosen the soil to a depth of at least 12 inches. Parsley roots grow deep and they also need space as well. Part 2 of preparing the soil is mending the soil. So mix in compost, mix in organic matter to improve soil fertility and drainage. We've already done that and we haven't yet recorded that step. So parsley prefers slightly acidic to neutral soil with a pH of 6.0 to 7.0. Step 3 is to water the parsley plants. So water your parsley plants thoroughly before transplanting them. Moist roots are easier to work with and also experience less transplant shock. Step 4 is to dig up the hole. Create a hole in the prepared soil that is slightly larger than the root ball of the parsley plant. The depth should allow the plant to sit at the same level it was growing in its original container. Now, step 5 comes in two parts, and step 5 is gently removing the plant. If you're dealing with a potted parsley, squeeze the sides of the container to loosen the root ball. Carefully tip the plant out, holding it at the base of its stems. What about if you're dealing with seedlings? Well, you're going to go ahead and use a small tool or your fingers to gently lift the seedling out and ensure that there's minimal root disturbance. And step 6 is to plant the parsley. So place the parsley in the hole, ensuring that the top of the root ball is level with the surrounding soil, and backfill the hole with soil, pressing lightly to remove any air pockets, and avoid compacting the soil too lightly because the parsley roots are very gentle and they also need room to grow as well. Water it immediately. Start by watering the plant immediately after transplanting it because this really helps to settle the soil around the roots, and it will also provide the moisture parsley needs to adjust to its new home.
The most frequently
and
asked questions about hand pulling weeds, now trust me, you're not the
which is
only one with these
mulching,
questions.
that is an optional,
Question
but it really
number
does
one
make a
is,
difference.
what is
So
the
go
best
ahead and
time
apply a
to pull
thin
weeds?
layer of
Now,
organic
this is a great
mulch.
question.
You can
The
use
best
straw,
time to pull
you can
weeds
use
is right
wood
after a
chips
rainfall
around
or
the
watering
parsley,
the garden.
and
Moist
mulch
soil makes
here
it really
works
easy
to
to
retain
loosen
soil
roots and ensure
moisture.
that you get the
It
whole
helps
plant
regulate the
without
temperature,
breaking it.
and it
Trust me, pulling
suppresses
weeds from
weeds
dry
as well.
soil is
Step
like
9
trying
is
to
to monitor
uproot a tree,
and that
especially
comes
when
in
you're
two
dealing with
parts.
these
So
mature
part 1 is
weeds.
watering, so
In
keep
this
the soil
case,
consistently
we're just
moist but
pulling
not
out
waterlogged.
the smaller
Parsley
weeds,
prefers
which
damp
doesn't
soil,
really make a
especially
difference
during
whether
the
the
first
soil
few
is
weeks
wet
after
or dry.
transplanting.
Question
And
number
in
2
terms
is,
of
how do I deal with
fertilization, so
deep-rooted
apply
weeds?
fertilizer
So the
every 3 to 4
deep-rooted
weeks.
weeds.
Feed your
For
parsley
these,
with a
you want to loosen the
well-balanced
soil around the
fertilizer.
weed with a hand
Or you
trowel,
can use
or
any
here's the magic.
compost
Check
you
the
want
soil
to
to make sure
promote growth. I just use the either the blood
stems
burns
or
or
the
the NPK, the liquid
dig them out.
really. So there's a couple of hand-pulling tips I'll basically leave you with
do I need to wear
video, and that is
gloves? And
actually
the answer is
tips
not
in terms of
necessarily.
it's
If the weeds
quick,
are
successfully
soft and
plants
its
soil
soil
is
moist,
minimal
the
timing. So transplant parsley during the cool parts of the day in the garden. Don't underestimate the power of
It really helps little effort and slight protect your hands from stay ahead of others as well. Question number 4 is, what if I break the root ball will 6 to 8 inches below and let's talk about it. It happens to the best of us. Now, if the root breaks, there's a high chance the weed will grow back. But don't panic, just dig around the area and remove as much of the remaining root as you can. Consistency is your best weapon.